Killsource B, yay! King B has asked the question, and it is: at what age did you play your first horror game, and what game was it? Oh, when I first got my PS1, what was I? I don't know what age I was. I really don't. I don't really keep track of my past, just because I'm a more here and now type of person. But I played Resident Evil 1, and my reaction to it basically was, oh, this is like okay. And then I got to the bit immediately when you walk into the corridor and that zombie's eating that guy's face, and I went berserk and turned it off and never played it again, and I regretted that all the way up till I bought Resident Evil Remake for the Wii this year. So yeah, that was my first survival horror experience. I didn't like it, but since then, the first survival horror game I actually played, where it's like puzzles and whatnot, was Silent Hill 4, and that got me into survival horror. So even though people don't like that game as much as the other Silent Hills, you've got to give it props, because if it got me into survival horror, that's something, because it takes a lot for me to get into something. Oh, that was a hell of a question. Sweet Sue, I don't know how to soy soon. Your different voices are so cool. Did you ever think of doing voice acting for animation or video games? Well, I've never been asked. My friend Perry likes making Flash movies, and he wanted me to do voices for him sometimes. But we never actually managed to ever, because I don't know, stuff got in the way. So he never actually made any Flash movies, which is a shame, because he's good at Flash movie making. Yeah. Miss Joker fan, yay! Hello. My question is, of the games you've LP'd, which one do you think had the worst ending? Oh, for God's sake, bloomin' Alone in the Dark. 2 endings, both were crap. It's just really, really, really lame, that ending. Couldn't believe how lame it was. Except for the quote, "I'm the beeping universe." That was ecstatically funny. I've used ecstatically as an adjective twice in this video so far. But it was. Rubbish ending. Oh, and she said, congratulations on reaching 1,000. Yeah, thank you. Called me a hilarious guy with a smiley face. Death from Above 9581. What do you think is your most successful Let's Play that you've done so far? Even though it's not a very well known game and everything, I probably would say it's Siren Blood Curse or Fatal Frame 1, because whatever, I mean, I was doing those two at the exact same time, and that's when I got my like ferocious amount of subscribers that just kept piling up and up and up. So, and I searched recently other Let's Plays of Siren Blood Curse, and there didn't seem to be any. Like, I was top of the list, and I scrolled down, there didn't seem to actually be any, which I thought was weird. Never mind. So probably, yeah, Siren Blood Curse or Fatal Frame Uno. Oh my God, Marshmallows says, what game do you think has the best plot you've ever seen? That's a hard one. Best plot. One of the Silent Hill games. I know it's cliche, but James and his dead wife in number 2 was brilliant, and Heather's story in Silent Hill 3, that was great. Origins, actually, even though, I mean, some people say that Origins is pants, and I can't see why, because I think it's absolutely brilliant. I think it's in a contender of being one of the best ones, but that's just my opinion. Home slices. Hold on a second. Just scrolling down. Okay, I envy God. That's not a question, but thank you for what you said. Jemmy Bean, misread. Hello. Jem's question of awesomeness. It's actually so simple, although slightly unoriginal, but I figured nobody else would ask it. So, what's your favourite game of all time? Favourite game of all time? Oh, 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 oh. Wiki Wicca, Wiki Wicca. I don't know. Fallout 3, Oblivion, or Dead Space. One of those three. I can't pick because they're all fantastic. Or Max Payne, one of the Max Payne games. Oh, I don't know. It's so hard to pick. It's like saying what's your favourite song. If anybody asked that, I think I'll just fall down and die. Zigwitch, has there ever been a game you've played that you just gave up on because it was so annoying and hard? What was it? Oh, this bloody Mega Drive game. It was so crap. It was a plane, and it was bird's eye. I don't know why I'm putting my arms out because you can't see. But it was a plane. It was a bird's eye view thing, and you just basically shot at crap on the ground. And if you got killed once, there was no doubt. There was no like questions asked or anything. If you got hit with one missile or a bullet, you blew up, and no matter how far you were through the game, you went right back to the beginning, right back to the first bloody car that you have to shoot at. Missed it. Rubbish. Stupid game. I don't even know what the name of it was because every time I failed, I chucked it in the bin and then stupidly got it out the next day and went, oh, I think I'll play this again. And then exact same thing happened. Crap. Don't ever play it. If you know what it is, like, then tell me because it sucks. I'll just make sure that I'll never play it again. Right. Slick Luke. Do you ever get bored with games while you play them? Of course. What's the game I've got bored with most recently? I haven't got a clue. Oh yeah, it was Mirror's Edge. I like Mirror's Edge and everything, but there's only so many times you can fall down to the street below and splat your face on the ground before it gets boring. Hobbit 2245. Do you play any sports or airsoft or paintball or anything like that? No, I despise sports with every fibre of my being. Unfortunately, I used to skateboard. Used to mark that as a word. But then I had a serious accident when I came off of my board, and it was to do with glass and stuff. I won't elaborate because it's pretty gory, but I don't know. That stopped me from skateboarding. I just pretty much haven't done anything since. But I do have quite a lot of airsofting guns. I have like a silenced pistol looking gun. I have the Scorpion out of Call of Duty 4, that gun. I just love guns. Guns are brilliant. Not real guns, airsofting guns. Question Shizzle. He should have a good question then, because the question's in his name. My question is easy. Ever thinking of making a Haunting Ground or Rule of Rose Let's Play? Haunting Ground, yes, that's going to be up after either Obscure. Yeah, well, it will be after Obscure 2's finished, because I'm doing Fatal Frame 3 after Fatal Frame 2's finished. So yeah, I will be doing Haunting Ground. As for Rule of Rose, I don't know, because I've looked for Rule of Rose on Amazon, I've looked for it on eBay, I've looked for it on some obscure site. Not obscure as in the game, just an obscure site. And it's always like 55 quid. I mean, the cheapest I've seen it is 45 quid, and that's still too much because I've heard it's a really short game. Anyway, blah. What else has he said? Great games, really recommend them. Oh, and Corey! Looking forward to next Obscure 2 parts. Good, snazzy. Stevens16E says, will you and Manga Minx do a mixed project? I don't know. Depends what she wants to do. I just think she's awesome! With a thumbs up and another thumbs up, 'cause she's awesome. Katsui Ishibata fan. I assume that's a manga or something. One question I have been meaning to ask. What was your first console? Have you ever played, borrowed, owned? What? What? Oh, right, okay. The first console I ever got was the Sega Mega Drive. Actually, I got a Game Boy, but that's a handheld console. That doesn't count. I got a Mega Drive. Best day of my life. Apart from when I got my PS1, and then my PS2, and then my PS3, and then my Xbox. Next question. Macabron16, can you show your face? No. Maybe one day, but not anytime soon, I'm afraid. I love the fact that when you play, it's not like you play before all the mistakes. You're funny because you don't do them on purpose. Yeah, I just suck at games, and I leave all of the mistakes in, and all of the walking about going, "What the hell do I have to do?" I think it's good to show your mistakes.